As a mum myself to 3 children with special educational needs, I feel very much like I live my life on a circle line of emotions, and it whizzes round, and some days I spend a lot of time at the top, and at the top is all the positive things. It's the happy, accepting, feeling good, everything's going well, the good days. But unfortunately we also spend a lot of time down at the bottom, and at the bottom is all the negatives. It's all the anxiety, stress, anger, frustration, guilt, all the things that we feel. So when we don't manage to get the funding or the place on a new scheme for our child, we feel guilt that we've let them down, and it's a really horrible place to be. Now when we're at the bottom, it's really difficult to get back up to the top, because on the side of the circle we hit self-pity, and that's where a lot of people expect us to be. And in some ways they feel more comfortable with us there, feeling sorry for ourselves. Because as parents you'll have all heard, oh, I wish, I don't know how you do it. I wouldn't be able to get out of bed every day. It must be so stressful. And so when you hit self-pity, people just presume that's where you should be. And trying to get past there is really difficult. And I think that staff who work with our families are the ones who can really help us. And they can help us by supporting us, by engaging with us, by being honest and communicating. So if you tell us that you're going to ring us. Even if you haven't got an answer, ring us and tell us you haven't got the answer. Tell us that you will come back to us. Don't make us promises that you can't keep. And the other issues with being on the send line of emotions is that I may be at the top, I may be in a good place, but my husband might be having a bad time and he might be at the bottom. And so not only am I trying to make sure I stay at the top, I'm trying to also ensure my family are all at the top too. And that's a challenge. And when we get to the bottom and we're hitting the anxiety, the actual challenge of getting back up to the top increases. When we're at the top, it's really, really easy to drop back down to the bottom. And when we're at the top, it takes one thing, a negative comment, a judgment, a phone call that wasn't made, a promise that wasn't kept, or when you're told something that somebody tells you because they think that's what you want to hear and they're not quite sure how to tell you what you need to hear. And being honest with parents and families and with the people who are actually involved in using your service is going to make such a dramatic difference to what you do. And remember that when you first meet a family member, and they may be at the top, and you meet that family for the first time and you think, wow, this mum's got it all together, she knows what she's doing, they're a really happy family. And then the next time you meet them, they might be at the bottom, and you're not quite prepared for that. And it works the other way. You may meet the family when they're at the bottom, and you walk away and think, Rottweiler mother. And I've been called that many a time. And that's when I'm just having a bad time, because everything in the system just isn't working for us, and I'm battling and I'm exhausted. And so the second time you meet me, you walk in with that idea that I am the Rottweiler. And when I'm actually in a good place, the second time you meet me and I'm really happy, you get confused, because that isn't quite what you're expecting. And remember also that wherever you are on that spectrum of emotions, whether you're in a good place or a bad place, will also impact on the relationship you're having with a family member. If you've had a bad day, and it happens, we're all human, and as much as we don't want to take it into work, we do. It's realistic, let's be honest. And we walk in a negative place, and the way we talk with families will change dramatically to how it would be if we walk in a good place.